Hey everyone! I'm back with an exciting update. Today, I'm re-releasing part 1 of my Naruto series, and it's better than ever. I rushed the first version, compromising its quality, and I wasn't happy about it. But now, I'm determined to deliver content that is far superior because you deserve better. Get ready for a darker and more mature atmosphere as we reimagine Naruto's story. Our beloved hero, Naruto, is faced with tough decisions. Should he protect the Leaf Village or seek revenge against it? This version delves deep into themes of abuse and revenge, taking the series to a whole new level. Chapter 1, Part 1. Lifelong Torment. Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves, was a haven of peace and tranquility for most. However, for a young boy named Naruto Uzumaki, it was a battlefield, a place where he endured relentless abuse and humiliation. Naruto was no ordinary child. He was the vessel of the Nine Tails, a feared creature of destruction. Naruto resided in a dismal orphanage where he was subjected to harsh treatment. His peers shunned him, the caretaker barely tolerated him, and the villagers regarded him with open disdain. Despite the torment, Naruto endeavored to keep a brave face, masking his suffering with cheerfulness. On Naruto's 6th birthday, the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, visited him at the orphanage. "Happy birthday, Naruto," Hiruzen greeted, offering a bowl of Naruto's favorite dish, ramen. For a fleeting moment, Naruto's eyes lit up with genuine happiness. During his visit, Hiruzen noticed the dreadful living conditions Naruto endured: the oppressive caretaker, the scant meals, and the small, locked room that felt more like a prison cell. More disturbingly, Naruto was covered in bruises, the painful reminders of the caretaker's violent outbursts, and these afflictions seemed unique to Naruto amongst the orphans. To shield Naruto from the cruelty of the orphanage, Hiruzen relocated him to a small house within the village. However, this didn't provide Naruto with the refuge he had hoped for. Instead, his isolation intensified, serving as a constant reminder of his alienation. But it also exposed Naruto to the world beyond the oppressive walls of the orphanage. In attempting to protect Naruto, Hiruzen made a grave mistake. Life outside the orphanage in his own home meant Naruto would have to fend for himself. He was required to do his own shopping and gather the basic necessities for living on his own, tasks his caretaker used to perform in the orphanage. In this larger world, Naruto found more sources of agony where his treatment was even worse than at the orphanage. Every market visit was an ordeal of hateful stares, hushed insults, and denied services. As Naruto walked the streets of the village, he would often hear screams of fear. "It's the demon brat," one villager would scream. "He will destroy us all," another would shout. "Get out of here, you demon brat," a shopkeeper would yell. One of many examples of hate came when a group of malevolent villagers cornered Naruto. "You killed my parents, you demon brat," they screamed. They reveled in their cruelty, tying him up, dragging him across rough pathways, and humiliating him with a barrage of insults and spit. They hung him upside down from a tree. Their ruthlessness reached a horrifying peak when they doused Naruto in oil, set him on fire, and danced around him. "Die, you demon brat! This is for my parents," they yelled. The pain was excruciating, surpassing anything Naruto had previously endured. His screams reverberated through the deserted streets, finally fading into a dreadful silence as his tormentors deserted him, leaving him battered, burnt, and alone in the chilling darkness. Within Naruto, the power of the Nine Tails stirred, healing his severe burns and repairing his broken body. Naruto was unaware of the beast's intervention, yet he recognized his extraordinary healing abilities, which further distinguished him as different. This incident was just one of many brutal instances of Naruto's abuse at the hands of the villagers. Upon learning of this monstrous act, Hiruzen was filled with indignation. He immediately passed a decree sentencing any villager guilty of harming Naruto to death. Unfortunately, this stern rule only drove the villagers to disguise their abusive actions, being careful to remain anonymous to evade punishment. Consequently, many culprits remained unidentified, their deeds unpunished, instilling a profound sense of injustice within Naruto. Haunted by the memories of his torment, the mocking laughter, the heartless words, the unbearable pain, Naruto's desire for vengeance grew. The world around him had offered him nothing but suffering, and he was determined to repay it in kind. Chapter 1, Part 2. The Beast's Whispers and a New Path. In his new home, Naruto sat alone, lost in his world. His bright blue eyes were filled with tears, and his body shook with each sob. The emotions within him were a whirlwind, but anger was the most potent of all. When Hiruzen, the third Hokage, visited him during the night, he found Naruto crying in a corner. The usually cheerful boy now seemed angry and confused. "Lord Third, why do they hate me so much?" Naruto asked, his voice barely a whisper. Naruto, his voice filled with cold determination, said to Hiruzen, "I will make them pay, Lord Third. They will feel the pain I felt." Seeing the boy in such pain touched Hiruzen deeply. "Naruto, it's complicated. But remember, you're not what they say you are." However, his words didn't comfort Naruto. His anger only grew, fueled by low, guttural whispers in his mind. It was the Nine Tails, encouraging his rage, promising power and vengeance. "I don't understand. I haven't done anything to them. Why do they hate me?" Naruto screamed. "Naruto, their hatred is misguided," Hiruzen tried to explain. "You are not the demon they claim you to be." He found himself repeating a simpler line over and over again, as it was something Naruto needed to hear. "It is not your fault, Naruto. It is not your fault." "That's it. I won't be their victim anymore, Lord Third," Naruto declared, his voice firm. "I won't let them hurt me again." The whispers from the Nine Tails grew louder, stoking the flames of his anger. Hiruzen was met with an uncomfortable silence as he realized that Naruto, only a 6-year-old child, had no guidance on how to control his emotions. Hiruzen broke the silence with a soft voice, attempting to comfort the boy. "Naruto, remember, vengeance is a dangerous path." "More dangerous than being set on fire?" Naruto interrupted, his blue eyes glaring at Hiruzen. The outburst caught the older man off guard. He had seen glimpses of Naruto's growing resentment, but this was a stark reminder of how deep his wounds ran. Hiruzen was worried. Naruto's anger was raw and potent. He tried to make Naruto understand that revenge was not the answer, but the boy was already lost in his wrath. And he realized that Naruto could snap at any time if he did not offer the right advice. "Naruto, I understand how you feel," Hiruzen quickly said with a strong tone. "How would you know?" Naruto screamed, directing his anger towards Hiruzen, who looked taken aback. "You don't understand what it's like to be alone. To have no one. How can you understand? You have a whole village of people who love and care about you. You are one of them. Don't pretend you even understand my pain." Naruto paused for a second before he speaks again. "I will make them pay, Lord Third," Naruto said, his voice cold and distant. The whispers of the Nine Tails filled his mind, reinforcing his decision. "Naruto," Hiruzen began, his voice gentle yet serious, "you are not alone in this. I want to help you, but revenge is not the answer." Hiruzen paused to give Naruto time to think about his words. Naruto looked at Hiruzen, his blue eyes hardened, and he finally calmed down. "I understand, Lord Third," he replied, his voice steadier than before. "But I must become strong. I won't be a victim anymore. The voice of the Nine-Tails echoed in the back of his mind, urging Naruto to disregard Hiruzen's words. Yes, power, Naruto. Power to destroy those who hurt you. Shaking off the whispers, Naruto addressed Hiruzen again. I want to become a shinobi, Lord Third. I want to protect myself, to protect those who can't fight back. I don't want anyone else to feel the pain I've felt. Hiruzen nodded, understanding Naruto's sentiment. Very well, Naruto. If this is the path you choose, then I'll help you walk it. But remember, the power to protect can also be the power to hurt. Don't lose yourself in your quest for strength. Even as Naruto listened to Hiruzen's advice, the sinister whispers of the Nine-Tails continued. While Naruto's determination to protect himself and others was strong, the fox's promises of vengeance were a constant presence, trying to pull him down a darker path. Naruto, Hiruzen said with a serious tone, placing an envelope full of money on the table. I will do my best to protect you. For now, I must take my leave and return to work. Take care of yourself. Throughout the night, thoughts of revenge haunted Naruto, his dreams filled with visions of destroying the Hidden Leaf Village. Chapter 1, Part 3. A Turn for the Worse. Naruto was shopping in the village market for food with the money Lord Third had left him when he was cornered in a deserted alleyway by an aggressive villager. The man's face twisted into a grotesque snarl as he brandished a crude blade at Naruto. You demon brat, he spat, the venom in his words almost tangible. Fear gripped Naruto, his heart pounding like a drum in his chest, but he refused to show it. He was done being a victim. I don't want any trouble, Naruto responded, trying to keep his voice steady despite the tumult of emotions within him. Naruto stared down the villager and noticed a rope around his shoulder and a bottle of oil tied around his belt, quickly realizing this villager had more devious plans for him. But the villager wasn't interested in talking. His hate-filled eyes glinted maliciously, reflecting his intentions as clear as day. I lost my wife because of you. See you in hell, you demon brat, he hissed and lunged at Naruto. What do I have to do with your wife? Naruto screams in the middle of the man's attack. The blade slicing through the air and stabbing Naruto in his left shoulder, barely missing his heart. In that split second, the world slowed down for Naruto. The whispers of the Nine-Tails resonated in his mind, darker and more urgent than ever before. Kill. Destroy, it urged, its voice merging with his surging adrenaline and mounting anger. Naruto also heard a second voice, that of Hiruzen, repeating, "It is not your fault," as he softly fell onto the ground. Hiruzen could never have imagined his words being used in this way. The villager began unwinding the rope with the intention to bind Naruto. Fueled by the will to survive, the beast's haunting whispers, and Hiruzen's repeating words, "Kill. Destroy. And it is not your fault." He forced himself back onto his feet, ready for a fight. Naruto had not had any formal training as a ninja yet, so his fighting skills were not fully developed. The villager swung the slashing blade again, and Naruto got slashed once more, this time in the stomach. In the heat of the moment, he grabbed a discarded rod lying on top of a trash bag and swung it, connecting with the villager's head. The man collapsed, his life slowly draining away on the cold stone floor of the alleyway. The Nine-Tails whispers echoed louder in Naruto's mind, a perverse satisfaction seeping from the beast. Good, Naruto. Embrace your power. Make them fear you. Naruto began losing control, seeing the bottle of oil on the villager's belt. He swung the rod over and over at the villager's head, crushing the lifeless body. I won't be a victim. I won't be a victim. You will not set me on fire. Naruto screamed over and over as he swung the rod, as the villager's blood splashed all over his body. Looking down at the lifeless body of his attacker, Naruto felt a chill run down his spine. He had just taken a life. I won't be a victim again, he muttered to himself, the words tasting sour in his mouth. Despite it being self-defense, he had lost control, and the stark reality of his actions bore heavily on him. He swiftly left the scene, leaving the lifeless body behind in the deserted alleyway. His secret was safe for now, but the man's accusing stare and the Ninetales' chilling whispers were etched deep in his mind. The line he had crossed seemed to lead him deeper into a darkness he feared he wouldn't escape from. His life in Konoha was spiraling out of control. Following the deadly confrontation, Naruto found himself in a constant state of paranoia. Every shadow seemed threatening, every whisper felt like an accusation. He walked the streets of Konoha with an unsettling awareness, a harsh reminder of the blood that stained his hands. As he held his wounded shoulder, he screamed at the top of his lungs in the empty streets of Konoha as his injury is slowly being healed. I must get stronger. I am done being a victim. At home, he was haunted by his actions, reliving the event in his nightmares. In the dark corners of his mind, he heard the sinister laughter of the Ninetales. Good, Naruto. Embrace the power. Fear is the path to strength, it whispered, its voice a ghastly echo that seemed to consume him. Despite the relentless nightmares and the paranoia that shadowed his every step, Naruto continued with his life. He tried to be the cheerful, resilient boy everyone knew, masking the darkness gnawing at his insides. However, the innocent spark in his eyes seemed to dull with each passing day, replaced by a steely resolve reflecting his inner turmoil. Chapter 1, Part 4. Surrender to Darkness. As days turned into weeks, the whispers of the Ninetales in Naruto's mind grew louder, forming a constant, insidious presence. His cheerful demeanor gradually disappeared, replaced by a perpetual state of anger and irritation. Kill, destroy, revenge. Urge the beast. Its sinister voice repeats with Naruto's thoughts until the line between them blurred. Every insult, every cruel taunt from the villagers, fed into his rage. The Ninetales' dark promises of power and vengeance became increasingly appealing. One evening, after enduring a barrage of particularly vicious insults, Naruto found himself alone at home. The taunts echoed in his head, heightening his anger. I can't be weak anymore, he muttered to himself, his voice barely a whisper, but heavy with resolve. That night marked a turning point. Naruto made the decision to succumb to his anger, to embrace the Ninetales' dark promises. I will make them pay. I will make them all pay, he declared, his voice filled with chilling determination. From then on, he began vengeance against those who dared insult or harm him. For example, a local baker who had once refused him service found his shop vandalized the next day. The butcher, who had publicly scorned him, woke up to discover his meat stock ruined overnight. Pranking became Naruto's form of vengeance. You will pay, he would whisper to himself after each successful revenge plot. Each victim of his pranks suffered monetary damages. The most significant of his vengeful deeds was against a group of villagers who had been particularly cruel to him. Naruto patiently waited for the opportune moment and stealthily released a swarm of frogs into their houses in the dead of the night. The resulting chaos was a sight to behold, and although Naruto was not there to witness it, the thought of their discomfort brought a grim smile to his face. Naruto's counterattacks were swift and secretive, mirroring the turbulent storm inside him. He chose his moments carefully to avoid drawing attention. The boy once perceived as a pariah was now a phantom, silently dealing out punishment to those who wronged him. Fear rippled through the villagers. Those who once openly insulted him now whispered in trepidation, their unseen tormentor hidden in plain sight. The abused orphan had transformed into an unseen predator. Naruto had given in to the darkness, heeded the whispers of the beast. He was no longer the village's victim, he had become the hidden specter haunting Konoha. Chapter 1, Part 5. Blood for Blood. As Naruto's clandestine acts of revenge persisted, the villagers of Konoha started to harbor suspicions. Whispers turned into open accusations, and it wasn't long before Naruto found himself confronted. One cold night, Naruto was cornered in a shadowy alley by a group of masked men bearing ropes. Their faces were obscured by masks. "You're the one causing all this trouble, aren't you, demon brat?" they demanded. Naruto's eyes hardened at their words. He felt anger, not fear. "I won't let you hurt me," he retorted, his voice echoing off the alley walls. The ensuing fight was brutal. Naruto was not yet a trained ninja, but he resisted vehemently, driven by his desperate will to survive. One man managed to land a knife in Naruto's side, but Naruto retaliated, causing the man to fall. Despite his injury, Naruto continued to fight, disregarding the pain. When another man attempted to flank him, Naruto delivered a swift kick to his stomach. His moves were far from polished, but his resolve was unwavering. As the battle waged on, Naruto could feel the vitality of the Nine Tails healing his stabbed wound. The beast inside him aided his recovery at an abnormal rate, a stark reminder of the entity residing within him. By the end of the melee, Naruto was the last one standing. The men who had ambushed him lay defeated on the ground, their lives extinguished in their attempt to confront the demon brat. News of the conflict spread swiftly through the village. Without living witnesses or concrete evidence linking Naruto to the killings, the identities of the deceased men were hidden behind masks. This led to an investigation, which concluded that the victims were merely thugs who met their end in a failed robbery attempt. However, the villagers remained suspicious of Naruto, even though no proof tied him to the event. Regardless, had these men been left alive, Hiruzen would likely have sentenced them to death for attacking Naruto. The villagers were fearful. Naruto, the boy they once disdained, was morphing into a threat. His quest for revenge was steering him down a dark trajectory, and he seemed to grow more menacing with each passing day. Chapter 1, Part 6. The New Battleground. Walking into the Ninja Academy at the age of 7, Naruto entered a different world, one far removed from the lonely streets of Konoha. Here, kids were just kids, some mean, some nice, each unique in their own ways. Sakura Haruno, a pink-haired girl with a fiery temper, was particularly notorious for her sharp tongue. Sasuke Uchiha, on the other hand, was a quiet, brooding boy, yet his charisma drew others towards him. Despite the relatively normal surroundings, Naruto's instincts kept him on guard. He still felt like an outsider, often choosing solitude over companionship. However, he soon learned that battles were fought here too, albeit of a different kind. During the first week, Naruto found himself clashing with Sasuke. What started as a typical argument over a training dummy quickly escalated into a fight. Guided by his anger, Naruto's punches were hard and unyielding. The darkness within him surged forward, echoing the whispers of the Nine Tails. "Naruto! That's enough!" Irika's stern voice cut through the chaos. But it did little to quell the wrath bubbling inside Naruto. In a fit of rage, he yelled back, "No!" He started it. He was eventually pulled away, but not before leaving Sasuke with a bruised eye and a dented ego. A similar situation unfolded with Sakura. Known for her harsh words, Naruto was not spared from her insults. "You're just a loud-mouthed idiot, Naruto," she spat one day, her green eyes fiery with annoyance. Naruto, his patience worn thin, finally snapped. He moved quickly, fueled by rage, and before anyone realized what was happening, Sakura was lying flat on the ground, her cheek red from Naruto's slap. The room fell silent, shocked by Naruto's response. I won't be insulted by anyone," Naruto yelled, his blue eyes glaring at the stunned crowd. It was a declaration, a warning to all who dared cross his path. His unchecked darkness painted him as a force to be reckoned with. "I will never be the victim again," Naruto whispered quietly to himself. In these early days at the academy, Naruto's anger set the stage for numerous confrontations, his dark energy frequently on display. As the weeks passed, the students learned to tread carefully around him. Naruto was a ticking time bomb, his fuse always ready to ignite at the slightest provocation. Yet, amid all this, one man dared to step forward, hoping to guide Naruto away from his self-destructive path. Iruka sought an audience with Hiruzen in the Hokage's office. He knocked, waiting for a response. "Come in," Hiruzen called in a welcoming tone. Iruka stepped in and stood before the Hokage's desk. "I came here today to speak about Naruto," Iruka said. Hiruzen raised an eyebrow. "What do you wish to discuss?" he asked. "Naruto is full of rage and anger. Why did you recommend him for the Ninja Academy?" Iruka queried. "I believe Naruto can be a great ninja with proper training," Hiruzen replied. "Forgive me, Lord Hokage, but I have to question your judgment. I do not believe Naruto is mentally stable enough to become a ninja," Iruka expressed. "I have my reasons, but I would like to hear your concerns before I explain further," Hiruzen responded. Iruka explained his worries about Naruto's violent behavior and his concern for the safety of the other students. Hiruzen understood his concerns, but insisted that Naruto needed guidance and that the academy was the best place for him to receive it. Hiruzen also reminded Iruka that it would be the team leader's decision to ultimately promote Naruto to the rank of Genin. Iruka agreed to try and get through to Naruto before the time for promotion came. Hiruzen reminded him that Genins are still children and that it's up to their teachers to help shape them into great ninjas. With a better understanding of Hiruzen's intentions, Iruka thanked him for the discussion and left, committed to guiding Naruto away from his path of darkness. Chapter 1, Part 7. A Change in the Wind. Naruto found the environment within the Ninja Academy to be drastically different from the harsh world outside its gates. Fights here were about friendly rivalry and proving strength, not personal attacks or malicious intent. However, the demeanor of the teachers was a stark reminder of the prejudices that still lingered against him. They viewed him with concealed suspicion, interacting with him in a strictly professional manner. Every teacher, that is, except Iruka Umino. Iruka's approach to Naruto was different. He didn't treat Naruto as a burden or a pariah, but as an individual brimming with potential. His genuine respect for Naruto was something new, something Naruto was initially cautious of. The first time Iruka invited Naruto for extra training, Naruto was wary. He had learned not to trust easily, his previous experiences had taught him to always be on guard. Yet, he found himself accepting the offer, driven by a curiosity to understand Iruka's motives. During these training sessions, Iruka didn't just focus on Naruto's physical prowess. Instead, he guided Naruto through life's essential lessons: trust, respect, and camaraderie. He'd often say, "Naruto, strength isn't just about power. It's also about understanding yourself and others." Naruto found himself opening up to Iruka during these sessions, his hardened shell cracking bit by bit under Iruka's consistent kindness. Their bond grew stronger, fostered by shared meals, joint training sessions, and lengthy chats about life, dreams, and the future. One evening, after an intense sparring match, Naruto sat with Iruka, nursing a bowl of ramen. Wiping his mouth, Naruto asked hesitantly, "Iruka-sensei, why are you so nice to me?" Iruka smiled, his eyes gentle, "Because you're my student, Naruto, and you deserve to be treated with kindness and respect." After Naruto finished his ramen, Irika cleared his throat, searching for the right words. Naruto, I want to talk to you about something, he began. I've noticed your fighting style in class. You're using your anger as your strength. Naruto paused, his chopsticks midway to his mouth. His blue eyes flickered with a mix of surprise and defensiveness. So? It's helping me win fights, isn't it? He retorted, his defensive walls rising once more. Irika sighed softly. Yes, it might be helping you win now, Naruto. But anger is like a wildfire. If not controlled, it can consume everything in its path, including the person harboring it. You have so much potential, Naruto. But using anger as your primary weapon will do more harm than good in the long run. Naruto looked at Irika, his gaze intense. No one had ever talked to him like this before, no one had ever shown concern for his well-being. The conversation was a lot to take in, but Irika's words were sinking in, slowly chipping away at Naruto's built-up defenses. I believe in you, Naruto, Irika said, his voice firm yet gentle. I believe that you have the potential to become a great ninja. Naruto was taken aback. He had heard encouraging words before, from the third Hokage. But coming from Irika, who had suffered at the hands of the Ninetales like many others, it meant more. Perhaps for the first time, Naruto felt seen for who he was, not the beast within him. Irika, sensing the weight of his words, lightened the atmosphere. Now, let's not let this ramen get cold. How about another bowl, Naruto? He offered, grinning. Caught off guard by the sudden shift, Naruto looked at Irika, then burst out laughing. It was a genuine laugh, echoing through the small ramen shop. For a fleeting moment, Naruto was just a boy sharing a meal with his teacher, the shadow of the Ninetales temporarily forgotten. And for Irika, it was a small victory, a ray of hope in the long journey of guiding Naruto through his tumultuous life. Naruto felt a warmth spread within him at those words. For the first time, he felt seen, heard, and acknowledged. His interactions with Irika ignited a glimmer of hope, a chance at a life away from the endless whispers of the Ninetales and the scorn of the villagers. While Naruto still walked a path shadowed by his past, Irika became a beacon, guiding him towards a different, hopefully brighter, future. The bond they shared was a testament to Naruto's gradual journey from fear. Chapter 1, Part 8. Harmless Pranks versus Serious Pranks. Within the confines of the academy, Naruto's personality began to develop. He was becoming infamous as a prankster. His mischief served as a defense mechanism, a means to keep his peers at bay, yet close enough to establish some semblance of interaction. As harmless as they were, these pranks gave Naruto a sense of belonging, even if it was through negative attention. In the classroom, eraser traps above doors and water balloons were just some of Naruto's classic pranks. They were disruptive, causing bursts of laughter among students and exasperated sighs from the teachers. However, beneath the annoyance, Irika understood that these pranks were a cry for attention from a lonely boy. Irika was glad that Naruto had a chance to enjoy his childhood, a period not always filled with rage and anger. Sometimes, Naruto did get punished for his pranks. There were mixed reactions about the pranks. Some people were annoyed while others found them funny, but such varied responses were to be expected due to the diversity of personalities. The most notable prank at the academy was Naruto's infamous graffiti on the Hokage monument. While it was a harmless act, it nevertheless stirred the academy and added to his growing reputation as a troublemaker. His favorite targets, though, remained his classmates and teachers, who, despite their complaints, took his antics in stride, understanding Naruto's underlying loneliness. However, outside the academy walls, Naruto's pranks took a darker turn. In the village, Naruto became a shadow, his pranks an extension of his pent-up rage against the people who scorned him. His acts weren't playful but served as a form of retribution against the villagers. From damaging goods in the market to triggering small, harmless firecrackers near homes in the dead of night, Naruto targeted the villagers with a degree of malice that contrasted starkly with his school pranks. One notable incident involved a well-known villager who was particularly cruel to Naruto. Late one night, Naruto snuck into the man's house, loosening the support beams in his roof. The subsequent collapse the next morning caused quite a stir, and the villager was left with a damaged house and a hefty repair bill. No one suspected Naruto, but the smirk on his face said it all. It wasn't just a prank, it was a calculated act of revenge. Villagers who suspected him tended to form groups to surround, trap, and capture him. Carrying ropes, weapons, and oil, their ill intent was apparent. In these cases, Naruto was cornered and trapped, and he began to hear the voice of the Nine Tails. Kill them. Destroy them, it would echo. Naruto would shout, I refuse to become a victim again. He was forced to defend himself, sometimes ending up killing some of his attackers. Those who survived were often too scared to report it, fearing a death sentence from the third Hokage. The severity of Naruto's pranks within the village revealed a darker side to his seemingly harmless mischief, reflecting the hostility he harbored against the villagers. It was clear that Naruto's antics were not just about seeking attention, but served as a vessel for his pent-up anger and need for vengeance. His growing bitterness was leading him down a path of no return, blurring the line between pranks and acts of revenge. Chapter 1, Part 9. The Echoes of Shadows. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Naruto found himself walking a path riddled with shadows. Life within the academy was a stark contrast to the one outside. There, he could pretend to be a prankster, a harmless nuisance, masking his loneliness with laughter and mischief. However, beyond the protective walls of the academy, Naruto was a different entity. Here, he was the embodiment of his pent-up anger, his acts of revenge against the villagers an outlet for his bitterness. The stark contrast between these two sides of Naruto depicted a boy grappling with his inner demons, each act a reflection of his struggle. Throughout all this, Iruka remained a stable figure in Naruto's life. His unwavering support and understanding were anchors in the storm that was Naruto's life. But despite Iruka's efforts, Naruto found it hard to let go of his anger. The villagers' whispers, the constant specter of the Nine Tails, and the isolation he felt, it all fueled the fire within him. In his solitary home, under the dim flicker of a single light, Naruto would often sit in front of a tarnished mirror. His own reflection stared back at him, a young boy with distinctive, whisker-like marks on his cheeks. Marks that served as a constant reminder of the monster within. But now, amidst the reflection of the past, Naruto was beginning to see glimpses of a hardened survivor. He was Uzumaki Naruto, a creature of resilience and anger. Though anger still coursed through his veins, it was now laced with determination. He wouldn't let himself be defined by the beast inside him or the villagers' hate. He was not their victim, and he wouldn't let them see him as such. His reflections were no longer a reminder of his past, but a testament to his unyielding spirit. Nights often found Naruto at the edge of the village, gazing at the moonlit Hokage monument. His eyes bore into the stone faces, a silent promise resounding in his heart. He vowed to assert his existence, to etch his identity into the annals of Konoha, not as the Nine Tails Jinchuriki, but as Naruto, the one who overcame. Naruto was not seeking a hero's journey or a path of redemption. He desired recognition, an affirmation of his existence beyond the demon fox. He didn't care for camaraderie or companionship, not yet. His world was a singular journey of defiance and strength, a path he tread alone. This marked the end of the beginning for Naruto. His past was a chapter filled with rejection and loneliness, but the future was his to claim. He was ready to embrace his new life, his resolve stronger than ever. Naruto was no longer just a Jinchuriki, he was a force to be reckoned with, a testament to the indomitable spirit of survival. The dawn of his new life was breaking, and Naruto was ready to seize it with all the fury and determination he could muster.